Hello, fellow followers, and welcome to FanZcene. And today I have for you Spiral and the Unfair Horror Movie Reviews. Here on FanZcene Vids, you know that I am a big fan of the horror genre. It's one of my favorite genres, specifically the 80s horror genre. I'm more for like the nostalgia. I'm not so much for modern horror, but I do feel like horror movies in particular, and the ones that we're going to be talking about in this, because Spiral is the new Saw movie. Movies that are more grotesque, more violent, more disturbing, more more brutality in them. These, along with most other horror movies, tend to get an unfair rap. And there was a review for the Spiral movie starring Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. It's like the 9th film in the Saw franchise, and there was a review on the New York Post of this, and it gave it a bad review. And there's a section in it that I wanted to focus on because it wasn't technically, they're not really reviewing the movie. They're just reviewing what a lot of horror movies get based off of, as the blood and the gore and the disturbing imageries, instead of actually watching the story, because there's usually a really good story for why all this is happening. And confession here, I enjoyed the first Saw movie. I thought it was a brilliant movie. I love it. Part 2 and Part 3 was pretty good. Then after that, I kind of lost interest in the franchise because not because of the brutality and grotesque and the traps and all that, which are actually pretty genius as a story moves on. It's just I wasn't into the story. I lost interest in the story, and to me, it kind of lost something when they killed off Jigsaw. But back to this, we're going to get to this article here. There's this little section I want to go over, and just how much disconnect there is between mainstream reviewers and the audience they're trying to review this movie, these movies for. So let's get to this article from the New York Post. Okay, this is what I wanted to focus on right here. It says, fans of these films, who I so look forward to hearing from, are depraved lunatics who should not be allowed near animals or most other living things. Wow. That's just utterly disgusting on their part, in my opinion. Their arguments in favor of the genre's most egregious titles, they harness the beauty and the grotesque, they expose the animalistic underbelly of humanity, are total BS. I think your review is total BS, because he did not give Spiral a very good review. And I'm honest. I'm not really interested in seeing Spiral. It didn't look that good to me. But I think it's totally unfair to judge a movie on this, and it's basically call the audience that are or people. Typically, I feel like they're calling all horror fans lunatics who should not be allowed near animals or most other living things. Hello, newsflash: the horror community of fans are probably some of the nicest, most kindest, loyalist people you'll ever meet. There's all kinds, from all types of beliefs, all types of political backgrounds. Me personally, I'm a Christian. I believe, and I would consider myself a really good person who wouldn't really hurt anybody, and I would definitely never hurt an animal. I think this is total BS on their part of this review here. And it also goes on to say these so-called movies are completely and utterly worthless and barely deserve to exist on the periphery of cinema. Well, that's bullcrap, because there's an audience for everybody out there, and there's been stories like this that are very violent and brutal. From way back. Yeah, Beowulf. Has anybody actually ever read the story of Beowulf? That story is very violent and very grotesque at points. And, there's the story of the Minotaur. There's so many stories that this is something that people have watched and read about for years. And there's an audience for it. It's just something very primal about sitting and watching a horror movie and seeing all these grotesque, brutal things happening, as if people get entertainment out of them. I don't know if you would say enjoy them, but I think they enjoy the story. And it's just something, I can't explain it. It's like when you watch something like this and you see it, and then afterwards you're just like, there's just, you get scared, or you see something and it's just like, it's crazy. And it entertains you and disturbs you and scares you, and it also makes you think. I don't know. I can't explain the full sense of how I feel about this. It just very upsets me, this article does. And it goes on to also say, like, thank God filmmakers appear to be easing up on them. The horror genre has become much smarter in the past decade, with films such as Jordan Peele's Get Out and John Krasinski's A Quiet Place earning Oscar nominations, which absolutely mean nothing. And once again, I'm sorry, but Get Out was not a good movie. A Quiet Place was, in my opinion, a very boring movie and pointless. I know a lot of people like them, and I'm not the type of person to say, hey, you shouldn't like the movie, because if you like them, absolutely great, that's fine. I personally, I did not. I didn't care for them. I didn't think they were good movies. And I think that's also what's wrong with the horror genre today, is because, and most films today, is they keep trying to put in messaging instead of trying to tell a good story. And it goes on to say Oscar nominations and having a strong point of view beyond that of a murderous psychopath with a bucket of needles. Hollywood has also been remaking old films, It, Halloween, Candyman, and infusing them with modern energy and relevance. In other words, infusing them today with modern politics, which, as we all know, never works. Never works. Man, this really upset me. I'm a fan of all genres, and horror, like I said, is one of them. And the fact that you call these people lunatic—that's what really gets me. You call them depraved lunatics who should not be allowed near animals or most living things. That is utter bullshit. I'm sorry, I don't like the cuss really, but that is bullshit. And these people deserve to be treated better, and horror movies deserve to be reviewed by people who actually like horror films, who know how horror films are should be, and most of the people know what they like and what they don't like. And like I said, they're some of the best, most kindest, gentlest people you ever meet, the most loyalist people you ever meet. They come from all types of backgrounds. You know, it's one thing to say that a whole group of people are this way and not understand the point of why so many people like these movies. I get it. You don't like these movies. This reviewer, let's go up here, say his name, Johnny Olinsky. Yeah, we get it. You don't like these movies. Don't review these movies. Don't watch these movies. Don't lump a whole group of people in together. That's what's wrong with the world today. Everybody wants to lump people all into one thing and say they're this or say they're that, instead of actually looking at the person and listening to the person, understanding why they like these movies, understanding these movies, because these movies just bring out something inside of you that's something that's been there for years, something that's primal. They're very entertaining. They're very enjoyable. They can be very disturbing. They can be very grotesque and brutal, and can cause you to, go, whoa, that might be too much. But they're there. They're made, and the people enjoy them, and they like them. And to take something like that from people and call them names, I think is utter disgusting and disgrace. Man, this article really upset me, guys. Really upset me. Let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comment section down below. Is this guy being too harsh, or or am I just getting worked up over nothing? I really feel like the huge disconnect in the world anymore is just keeps going and bleeding through to so many things. The mainstream reviewers and the media, I'm sorry, you just don't get it. You don't get it. You don't connect with the people the right way anymore. And you really shouldn't be telling people that they're these type of people just for the enjoyment of them. I think it's I think it's just disgusting on your guys' part. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, please give it a like. If you did not like this video, it's okay. You can give it a dislike. That's up to you guys. No hurt feelings here. Share this video out for everybody to see. Wherever you guys are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Please consider subscribing and hitting that bell for notifications. I would truly appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Godspeed.